Hi everyone, I'm Engineer Hoist, and it's Friday night. We are in the Melting Point event, and even though we're in the event, we're still going to go over the details of the event for posterity, so in case anybody wants to go back in the future to see what this event was all about. So hi future people, we were talking about the Melting Point event. We are, like I said, we are in the event now, and we got people in the stream already. Cameron Moore, Tran Augustine, Luminary Flame, Alexander Rose, aka Razorquake, Wreckin' Rule, Sergeant Prowl Prime, RRM Industries, Shark Z920, Soccer Hooligans, Jameis Vega, Jessica Harner, Jack Ryder Studios, Gen 1 Puffish, Wong Triu, I think I got it, Jeremy Plays. Good to see everybody. And congrats on that Superion there, Jeremy Plays. A lot of good familiar faces there. So let's go ahead and get to the news, because there is a little bit more than just the event to talk about. There we go. Yes, and so Baweep, Grana, Weep, Nitty Bong, Inferno, and Rodimus Unicronus are ready to join the Earth Wars this weekend, and some people may have them already, depending on how well you're doing in the event. And a sneak peek of an upcoming exciting new theme we'll be talking about. If you watched the stream yesterday, you've already seen a sneak peek of that. And the event is Melting Point. The Autobots and Decepticons face the burning rage of Megatronus Prime Avatar. Rodimus Unicronus stands as his personification with a single goal in mind: burn them all. Okay, and as you know by now, this is an Alliance leaderboard, which means you have to be in an Alliance, and to be in an Alliance, you have to be Headquarters level 4, and, you know, you tap the event button. It's double XP all weekend long, and, of course, leaderboard, even once you reach the top tier of rewards, you keep going, because the top scorers do get a chance for that 3 or 4 star Inferno Rodimus Unicronus. So the double XP is good all weekend long, and it is standard battle zones, as you can see here, and there are a bunch of prizes. If you're playing the game now, you can see them in the game. There's a whole bunch of shards, 2 stars, 3 stars, and even 4-star shards available. Let's count them up: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800 4-star shards available if you complete the event up to 250,000 points. And at 51,000, you get a 2-star Inferno and Rodimus Unicronus. Everyone in the Alliance gets that. Plus, there's plenty of Spark and Energon and Alloy and Battle Boosts available. And here are your leaderboard prizes. These are given out at the end of the event based on who scored the most. So the top 5 alliances, the same ones that they've been doing. The top 5 alliances get the 4-star, 6 through 100 get a 3-star, and varying levels of Spark or Premium character crystals. And there's a nice shot of Inferno. And if you haven't got him yet, this is his bio. If there's danger, look for Inferno running toward it. Brave is one way to characterize his bot. Reckless is another, but with his naturally tough frame and heat-resistant exterior, Inferno doesn't have much need for a self-preservation anyway. Equally handy with his fire suppression hardware and his pistol, you'll find him on the front lines of a burning building or a battle, doing whatever needs to be done. Excellent. And now there's also Rodimus Unicronus, who is outstanding figure, and pretty cool in the Power of the Primes series there that was out there. And here's his bio. It's a little bit longer. So take Rodimus Prime, twist all that's good and noble inside him into cruelty and hatred, and the hollow shell of evil you're left with is Rodimus Unicronus. Corrupted by Megatronus, this version of Rodimus has all the brash, take-action nature of the original and none of the self-doubt. Why? Because he's no longer responsible for anything. As far as he's concerned, he's not even responsible for the atrocities he commits. After all, the universe deserves to burn, and burn it will, because he's lost none of the speed, strength, and skill of his former self. Perhaps some of the old Rodimus is still in there, but if you want to come looking for it, you'd better start by telling Ratchet how to dispose of your remains. Haha. Woo! That's quite the mouthful. And just saw we had a new subscriber. Did I see Wakanda Forever? Very cool, very cool. Good to have you here, T'Challa. The two bots here do have the same ability. It's called To Battle. Rush into combat and inspire your allies, giving them a 20 or 30% increase to all damage, including abilities, for a short time. So, yeah, it's very similar to the, I guess, the, what is it, the Optimus Primal ability, where instead of that one actually put on health and actually did kind of direct you towards the defenses, this one increases your damage, sort of how Wheeljack is versus Ratchet, except I don't think it actually sends you to defenses, it just increases your damage. And there is a little GIF that they included in the newsletter to kind of show what it is. It doesn't really show it very well, but if you want to know what it looks like, you've probably already done it because you already have the new bot, or you've tried it out in the Battle Simulator, which is in the game also. So now, and looks like William there is already touching on what we've got here. The sneak peek of the G1 celebration. They're saying, are you a genuine G1 Transformers fan? If so, there's a new theme called G1 Celebration, and it must be even more exciting for you. The amazing artwork above will spice up your loading screen pretty soon, and on top of that, you will have new pre-battle screens, the G1 TV series soundtrack in-game, and more. Stay tuned for more information. Now, if you saw the stream that Transformers Earth Wars did yesterday, they did show off some of that, and it was excellent hearing that G1 TV series music going along with the battles. Although it does have me a little worried, if I were to stream with that music, would I get a copyright strike? Because they're totally okay with me using their music there, but that's a little different story. They have permission. I'm not sure if I do, so I don't know about that. I might have to ask that question. But as it turns out right now, I still can't get the sound from the game. What you're hearing now in the background is actually just some audio that I have recorded that happens to be the music in the game. And yeah, so they did actually show off the new G1 style skins, which will apparently come from power cores, very similar to the one that we saw on Megatron and Jetfire. And to be honest, I'm not sure if there was really a whole lot different there, except they put on basically bolder black outlines, really is kind of what I saw there. Maybe a little bit of a muted flat color or something, but the design of the bots is still the same. It's really a paint job. It's a skin, like we said. But the difference is what abilities are going to come. And it was going a little too fast for me to catch, and I didn't have a chance to pause to go back and see, because you did almost kind of see what the Optimus Prime and Megatron was. And they did say that Skywarp would get a teleport ability. What that means and how that's going to work, no idea. But that would be pretty cool, because I mean, everybody's been saying, so once we had the orbital bounce, it's like, that should have been Skywarp. I've said that myself. So that's it. And here's a closer look at the screenshot. I'll zoom in so we can get a closer look and see at every one that we got in here. And you can kind of see these are basically the bot models from the game with the skins on them. So you got RC and Ratchet and fighting Reflector there, Skywarp, Wheeljack, Hound, Jazz, and Mixmaster. It's kind of funny, those two guys are kind of paired off because they have the same ability. Obviously Optimus Prime and Megatron are going to be center stage. You got Thundercracker back there. Soccer Hooligans, thank you, man. I really appreciate that super chat there, buddy. Let's see, so we've got Soundwave and Blaster back there doing battle naturally. Ultra Magnus and Galvatron, that's really cool to see off to the side. And then, of course, Shockwave's got a pretty prominent little spot here off in the corner. Although, you know, if you're looking at an iPad, it's probably going to be something more like this, maybe even a little bit less. So that's why this seems a little bit long, is because there are some particularly long devices that you're going to see the whole thing, and some of them it's actually going to be a little bit less. And I think that's all I have Well, also the reminder to go check out the their stream, but that already happened. So if you haven't seen it yet, it is still up on their YouTube channel, and probably you might be able to slide back through on their Twitch or Facebook to go check that out too. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get out of there. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you saw in the stream, they one of the questions was Inferno in one of the episodes, or who was his closest buddy, and obviously the answer was Red Alert. A lot of people, I think, got that right, and they showed a screenshot of him kind of holding Red Alert from the episode Auto Berserk. That's where Red Alert kind of had a glitch, and I went back. I did go back and see, and actually, turns out Hoist was in there, and he wanted to try to help fix Red Alert, but he's like, no, 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 no. So always listen to Hoist is the lesson there. Otherwise, you'll go crazy. So they did show a picture of where after Inferno went in there and rescued Red Alert from the burning building or whatever, he was kind of holding him in his arms. And let's see if we can go over there. And the Masterpiece Inferno actually does come with a little extra chess piece to allow you to reenact that scene. It definitely fits into that one time that one thing happened in that one episode gimmick that they tend to include in a lot of Masterpiece figures nowadays, both for the official and for the third party. They definitely do that there. So yeah, so I got that, and I hooked that up. I don't know if you can. Basically, it's just a chest piece. Oh, he's coming off. It's just a chest piece, replaces his grill with a whole bunch of little plastic stuff. So it's not something that you would leave on him for any reason other than for holding Red Alert. And really, it is designed specifically for Red Alert. Soccer Hooligans, again, thank you, man. I'm happy to hear that one of your favorite YouTubers, man. Very happy to have you here in the chat and watching the videos. Let's see. So there's that. I just thought that would be pretty neat to show off. And yeah, it really just pop off his grill. I even changed his head out because you can. He does have a different helmet and a different face because like this is the more cartoon accurate. Oh, it's totally blocked now. But that's the more cartoon accurate helmet, whereas this is the more toy accurate helmet, which is what I had on before. So. Let's see. Yeah, Hoist would make a good healer, but yeah, the problem is I'm not sure if they really have any interest in making any more healers, because people have asked that, and I think they're too worried about because some of the teams are almost unbeatable when you send in 2 or 3 healers on a team. They're almost unbeatable, and so they're worried about having like 1 or 2 gunners and then just having a whole team of healers that might make it tough. So. If Hoist is going to come in to the game, it would have to be as something other than a healer, which is okay because, I mean, even though Hoist is the maintenance bot and is generally considered one of the medics, kind of field medics, healers, they're not necessary. He's not just that. He has got. In fact, there was I think it was the Masquerade episode, where the Autobots went and captured all of the Stunticons, and they did the repaint, and they pretended to be Menasor. And Hoist was actually one of the people or one of the bots who went out and captured one of the Stunticons. I can't remember which one. I want to say Dead End, but that might be wrong. So point is, Hoist could still, I think, show up in the game, even if he's not a healer. So, but yeah, I like that idea, Alex Andrews. Make him a special class and have him still be battle, but have his ability be a healing ability. Very similar to that one ability that Springer has, where Springer is not a healer, but one of his abilities does heal. So, oh, thank you, Sharksy. It was Dead End. Okay, cool. All right, so let's get into the game here. And I do have a couple of other bots that showed up this week to show off, but we'll do that a little bit later. For right now, actually, I got a whole bunch of crystals to crack open because Wednesday was the VIP. And so we got 10 Autobot crystals and 10 Decepticon premium crystals that I've been sitting and waiting so that we could do it live on stream. I did actually pick up one of those mixed bundles, gave us 8 Trax crystals, which that'll be cool. Trax is a good bot. 20 first aid crystals, those are the ones I was really chasing after because I still don't have that 4-star healer, and I'm looking for that. And also 20 Skylinks crystals, which I don't really need, but hey, you know, duplicates, yeah, and there's always still that chance for like Chair Barber said, the 4-star rust dust. Man, thank you, Soccer Hooligans. We'll give you consideration for the Alliance, but we do have some... you got to be Headquarters 11 and 2800 medals to join the Non-Toxic Gamers. Otherwise, we do have NTG mini-bots, which has no requirements. Anybody can join. So check that out. So also in the meantime, I did create complete a 2-star crystal, a 3-star crystal, and of course we did get the 2-star Inferno crystal. So let's go ahead and open the one that we know it's going to be. Let's go get Inferno. There he is. Check this dude out. Yeah. Oh, he's putting up his dukes. That's very cool. And they did go with the toy-inspired head there. So that's very cool. We're going to have to go give him a little bit of work. And let's go ahead and open up these Decepticon crystals. We'll start off with the 2-star crystal. And we got a duplicate Cyclonus. And the 3-star crystal gives us a duplicate Off-Road. Alright. Let's see. Yes, I did see Emgo's new skit. Was it Dinoger or whatever? That is, it was very entertaining. If anybody hasn't seen that, go check out Emgo316. Pretty popular Transformers reviewer, and he reviews a few other things. And I think it was to celebrate reaching 300,000 subscribers. He put up a it's about almost an hour long, almost like a little movie that he did, and it's very entertaining. He did a similar one when he hit 100,000. So definitely go check that out because he ends all of his videos with a little skit. Occasionally he'll do a little bit of a longer one, and definitely go check out Emgo's channel and check out his skits. He's a funny guy. So let's open up some of these Decepticon premium crystals. We actually haven't seen a 4-star Decepticon on this account. Got a lot of the 3-stars, but still no 4-stars over here, so... Let's see... Hey, Mr. Jeff, are you looking for Autobots or Decepticons there, buddy? It sounds like a Decepticon alliance that you got there with the name Death Before Dishonor. I'm totally cool with you advertising your alliance. It would be helpful for people to know if you're Autobot or Decepticon, though, as we pull a 3-star drag strip out of one of these premium crystals. Hey, King Gamer, I saw you before you scrolled off there. Dinobot Island, Sharksy says, yeah, that was a pretty fun episode. There's a hunger. Okay, so we got another Alliance Res Redemption. Guys, if you're going to advertise your Alliance, make sure you let everybody know whether it's Autobot or Decepticon. So they know who they're targeting, who you're targeting. Oh, thought about it for a second. Oh, you just got a duplicate dead end. And there's a slipstream. one more Decepticon Premium Crystal, then we'll get to open up all those crazy Autobot crystals. Hey, look at that! It's a Soundwave. That's that 2-star Soundwave that they just added. Cool, man. Let's see. Damon Swinky opened a free crystal and pulled a 3-star Springer. Very cool. Hey, thanks again, Soccer Hooligans. I really do appreciate it, man. But you know, I hope you can afford all this, man. Because even though I do appreciate everything that you're doing, I don't want you to be going broke on my behalf. Okay, there you go. Death Before Dishonor is an Autobot alliance. So if you're an Autobot looking for what he needs, go check out the alliance that Mr. Jeff is actually. Red Alert is in the house. All right, cool, man. We're just cracking open some crystals here right now, and we've got a lot of premiums to go through. So we'll get through that, and we'll take a look at your figures here in a little bit. Unless you got to go, if you need to get going pretty quick, let me know, and we'll hop over there now. No spoilers on Power of the Primes? Oh, good luck, man. The people in the chat like to give out spoilers. Ha! The payments that he's sending, those are called super chats. If at the bottom of the screen that you're doing, not to. Again, I'm not advertising or anything, but if you see like right below where you post, there's like a happy face where you can choose emoji, and there's a little rectangle with a dollar sign or maybe some other monetary sign in it, and if you hover over it, it says super chat, and apparently you can click in there and choose a certain amount and send some money over this way. And I've got it hooked up to where it'll actually pop up your name up on the screen. It's totally not required, but it's definitely appreciated. If you don't see that, you might not have something set up in your Google account to do that. So that's what that is. Looks like we had a duplicate Jetfire there. We got a duplicate Wheeljack. There's an Optimus Primal. Ooh, that was a 3-star Optimus Primal. Gives us some 4-star shards. I'm not sure how close I am to a 4-star crystal. Let's go see that. Yeah, we're not too far away. Almost certainly going to get another 3-star crystal before this is done. There's a first aid. That's not the first aid that I need, though. Not even out of a first aid crystal, so that's cool. I'm fine with that. There's Perceptor. What Autobot do I want in the game? Right now, actually, I'm wanting healers. So, looks like we got is that you online there, Red Alert?
Yeah.
Cool, man. Must be you, because I didn't give out this link to anybody else, so good to have you, dude. Say hi to everybody.
Okay, I got a bit of a lag here. I'm listening to you on the live stream, and it's not live.
Oh, yeah, definitely. If you're watching the live stream, the best way to do that is to mute it. Because it's a few seconds lagged. Always. It does make the chatting a little bit difficult, too, because you're watching it behind. See, I just pulled a Bumblebee, and I'm watching it, and it's just now coming up. There it is.
Yep, see that now.
Yeah. Alright, so got a 3-star Cliff Jumper here. Not sure how to really share the video live with you. Anytime I've ever hopped on a Discord with anybody else doing a live stream, it's always been kind of this, just kind of have to lag with the live video and hope things don't move too fast. For the throw it in comments. So I mean, just feel free to throw in a comment anytime you want, man.
Yes, hello, Jeremy Plays. Hey, Alex Andrews. How you guys doing this evening?
Alright, so we just completed a 3-star crystal here. We'll go over to the Decepticon side. See if we can get a new Decepticon. No. Oh, look at that. It was an Onslaught. That's actually a pretty decent pull. Had them already, so. Alexander Rose, I'm pretty sure Red Alert's reading the chat, so, but hi. Razorquake says hi. 4-star paddles. Yeah, I'm looking for that 4-star paddles.
Oh, aren't we all?
Oh, man. It's almost a meme at this point. People asking for paddles. They flat out said no paddles. And, you know, paddles doesn't even make sense in the game because there's no water on the battlefield anyway. And didn't paddles only show up like one time in some prose story somewhere and never actually got a representation anywhere?
I'm not sure. I never saw it. I know he was in the video game, and that's that.
Yeah, I think it was on the wiki. It only mentioned he's only showed up once or twice. But about the only thing that I'm aware of with paddles is Planet X did a what they call it, not Neptune, Poseidon or something. It was a retool of their Sludge figure. So I'm pretty sure Sludge was Neptune.
Yeah, my buddy Megatron of Art, he picked that one up, and he really enjoyed it, even though it had some floppy parts.
Yeah, the paddles. Yeah, I skipped that. I skipped that one. I just went for the original 5. They're still calling for paddles in the game or the chat. Hashtag we need paddles. Oh, you guys are crazy, man. Speaking of Sludge, and he's actually Sludge now, not Slog. Now, I was always bothered by the fact that they called him Slog if they had to come up with a different one, because it was too close to Slug.
Yeah. I did finally just get the 2-star of him too.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, he's a definitely a tank. You know, he soaks up the damage. All right, we're down to 30 premium crystals now. Still nothing but dupes. Well, except for that Soundwave. Firebolt Prime saying, how about Skybite for the Decepticons? That would be pretty cool. Oh, and look at that. We got a hashtag. We need Red Alert in the game.
Well, yeah, now that we have Inferno, definitely.
Yep, and it would be an easy skin of the Sideswipe. So, I have a feeling we'll be seeing Red Alert before too long.
And I gotta save my money up and get the Iron Factory little one.
Oh yeah, he looks good. Yeah, I've got the Sideswipe version of him. It's really good figure. I just saw Pia's video review. A little quick one because he didn't go in depth because he'd already reviewed the other one, but it's definitely looking really nice.
Hey, Colby McDaniel. Hey, Paddles was a just a kind of cannon bot that they threw in for the one of the video games, and basically Nessie Nessie style Dinobot.
Right. Did we get
Howdy Ultra Magnus Prime?
I don't think Predaking's out at very wide retail yet. They're Razorquake. I know some people who are getting them early, but those are mostly people overseas or people who've got connections because they're big time reviewers.
Yeah, he's on the shelves in like the Philippines right now.
Yeah.
The online retailers are starting to get their hands on them. That's about it.
Yeah, I've got mine pre-ordered. Predaking is your name on your Autobot account? I suppose that's okay. It's kind of funny though, seeing Decepticon names on Autobot accounts or Autobot names on Decepticon accounts.
Yeah, Alexander, I don't know if I'm ever going to get that. If I do, it'll be an Ollie's exclusive again once it gets down to $50. Sucks to have to even play that waiting game.
Yeah, I know. There's no guarantee even that that's going to happen. Although it worked out pretty good for anybody who was searching for that Triptychon, though. Man.
G1 Red Alert raises hand. Absolutely.
Alright, so the dupe party is still continuing as we go through. we're about out of premium crystals here. Let's see, Lavava. I think I got enough Vaz in there. Can you join the alliance? Well, our alliance is looking for headquarters 11 with 2,800 medals. If you've got that, you can search out Non-Toxic Gamers. If you haven't quite hit that yet, you can look for NTG mini-bots. Because we do accept all levels and abilities. The only thing we ask is that you be active.
Sitting here going into battle with my level 11 Inferno. Yay.
Woohoo! See, after this, can you look at non-transform him? In your game, the weapon doesn't show in bot form. Yeah, we could do that. If I remember. Oh man, that Laser Optimus always gets me every time he pops out, because he's just so huge with those shoulders. Oh, there's a duplicate 4-star Stormclash. Wow. I will take that 2500 Victorion Spark, even though it's useless right now until I get Rust Dust. And the 5-star shards won't hurt. Tactician Cord's pretty useless.
Wow.
Last premium crystal for the Autobots is another duplicate. Alright, let's go see what we got over there before we get into the rest of the bundle. And I'm pretty sure there's at least a 3-star. Yes, ooh, look at that. We did complete a 4-star crystal, so we're going to go back over the Autobot side and I'm going to get that 4-star crystal. And we'll open up the Decepticon there. It's a duplicate bludgeon. I don't know, what do you think? Should we open up the 4-star crystal or go open up those character crystals?
Save the 4 for last.
Yeah, I like that idea. Let's go open up some Skylinks crystals. First one is a cup. That makes sense. At least I think those are the Skylinks crystals. Yeah, they are. Rodimus Prime. 4-star Rodimus Prime. Holy cow, duplicate. That's crazy. And another practically useless core. Death Pulse. Wow, that's pretty unbelievable. The chances of a healer are, I think, dwindling with these every duplicate 4-star I get. Alex Andrews is asking for the duplicate. He's give me that Rodimus Prime dupe. Oh, if only we could do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Another 3-star Skylinks came through. We're working on another 4-star crystal here. Had quite a few 3-stars come through. Surprised. There's a Star Saber. Speaking of 3-stars.
Yeah, I can use his 3-star Skylinks or whoever you just said.
Star Saber.
Oh heck yeah.
Oh yeah. Threats. No, another 3-star. This is Drift this time. That's like 3 in a row. That's crazy.
I got a bunch of weaker 3-star bots. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the streak ends with a 2-star RC. Yeah. Yeah, I know it's kind of disappointing. What wasn't it you ended up open up a 4-star and ended up getting RC or something?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because RC was my first 4-star. I got her like during that first event, so I was actually excited to get RC because it was the first one that I had. Plus, she was just coming out, so nobody started hating on her yet. So it was a little different experience than a lot of people.
Absolutely.
The streak always ends with RC. Alexander Rose says. Hey Gloria R, how you doing? Yeah, and William's saying we're working on that second 5-star. Yeah, we're doing that. Definitely doing that. We've got 2 so far, and got a pretty good chance for a 3rd one with that 4-star crystal sitting there. I'm a pretty good ways away from another 5-star though.
Oh boy, I just pulled a base here. I'm going to share that when I'm done with it. You gotta look at this one.
Oh yeah. We will definitely go check out that replay. Still working through the Skylinks crystals here. Getting a fair amount of Skylinks. Alexander Rose is saying, I don't get why people hate on RC. Well, I'll tell you why people hate on RC. And well, when she first came out, her ability, that decoy, it was just a decoy and it died quickly, and then it was nothing. And there were a lot of the tanks, which is like what she is, a lot of the warriors, you could direct them one place or another, and you couldn't do that with her, and you still can't. But the decoy was practically useless because you would drop it and the defenses would go attack it and it would die quickly and then it would be nothing. Well now, now they did, or a while back, they added an EMP to that decoy, so that, I mean, it still calls the defenses to her, to that decoy, and will still die quickly if you put it in the middle of a bunch of stuff. But if you have like people like to put the missile launchers or maybe a laser way off by itself, and if there's nothing else around there, or really if there's one defense off by itself, not near it, you drop that decoy over there, it will EMP and basically disable that one defense. And if there's no other defense attacking the decoy, you've effectively shut down that defense that it's on. So they did improve her, and so make that ability a little bit more useful. It's pretty situational, and I think that's why there's still a little bit of hate for RC, because it's not able to be used very often. So, okay, so now we're into the first aid crystals. And these are the ones that I'd really need some luck on, because I need that first aid to show up, that 4-star first aid. But we got Alpha Bravo first. Thought about it for a second, but it just gives us a duplicate first aid. Alex Andrews says RC's ability is possibly getting reworked. I hadn't heard that. Not saying I hear everything, but I just hadn't heard that one. Jeremy Plays is getting a mixed bundle too. Good luck, buddy. Hope you have a little bit better luck than I'm getting. I suppose I've pulled a couple of 4 stars, and that's pretty lucky. I just happen to have them already. Yeah, they might have mentioned it on the stream. I remember a lot, but I don't remember everything. And especially if that was something that was done maybe like in passing or something, then maybe I might have missed it. Got an air raid. Rhymes with first aid, but it's not first aid. It's air raid. Cheetor, 3 stars. Woo! Haven't even really had a chance to play with Cheetor since he's got his buff, because I just have the 3 star and he's been sitting at 40 waiting for research for a while, and he's pretty low on the list. I haven't seen a lot of first aids coming through here. About halfway through. Got his buddy Hotspot.
Yeah, honestly, I do like the new Cheetor. It does seem to work a lot better. I mean, if you like hit the area that he's going to attack with like a cluster bomb, damage it all, and he'll just work through it faster and get his attacks stronger.
Yeah, and imagine backing him up with say tracks with a smoke bomb. Just make it even easier.
Ugh, 4-star Skyburst just staring at me.
Let's see. Joe Barbara's asking, there's a Decepticon named Thunderwing. Who is he? Can you tell about him? You want to tackle that one? Talk about Thunderwing?
Isn't he the Phase 6er who's one of the only Decepticon, or like the only Decepticon who can actually handle the Autobot Matrix?
Yeah, there's actually been a couple of different versions of Thunderwing. In the G1 comics, he actually held the Matrix of Leadership, and he corrupted it. I forget if they called it the Matrix of Chaos or something else, or the Matrix of Malice, or something like that. But he corrupted the Matrix of Leadership, and but he was one of the Matrix bearers in the G1 comics. And in the recent IDW comics, he was more of a monster almost. He was like experimented on, I think, by Bludgeon or something. It was in the Stormbringer comics or something. He just laid waste to Cybertron. So yeah, very much like a Phase 6er. Got a pretty cool G1 toy. Or rather, Generations toy is what I mean. So no red alert. We got some Trax crystals. We got a chance for a 4-star Trax. Got 8 chances. Let's do it. That's not a 4-star, but that is a Trax. Chester. It is funny that people call him Cheetor Chester.
Yeah, just need to mod the game a little bit, give him some sunglasses.
That would be funny if they like a Chester Power Core. Turn him orange, give him some sunglasses.
Leaving the little orange paw prints all over the place.
That's funny. Alex Andrews is saying 4-star Trax isn't really all that good. It's like, well, yeah, I know. I got the 3-star and the 4-star. The ability is the same whether it's 2, 3, or 4-star. I actually mostly got this bundle trying to chase first aid, and that kind of failed. Yeah, Big Bronze Rim was backing you up. Says he leaves a trail of cheese, like the paw prints. Oh, that's funny. And there's a Jazz. One last Trax crystal. gives us duplicate tracks. Alright, so did see a couple of 4 stars come through, but they were duplicates. I do have another crystal here. Guessing it's a 3-star. Yep, so we're getting it on the Decepticon side. We'll open that before the 4-star. And what do we get? We get a duplicate Vortex. Alright. Time for the 4-star crystal. Are we going to get the rust dust? Are we going to get something else? Or are we going to get 5-star shards? Now, it is a new one. Who is it? It is Prowl. That's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure this completes a 4-star Optimus Maximus. Not my favorite combiner, but still. Yes, it does. Optimus Maximus is complete. Alright, and Prowl's a good bot, too. Oh, we get the Inferno story because the 120 crystals ago we saw Inferno. Let's see if I can do this. Beat Rodimus Unicronus, a living manifestation of the fiery godlike nemesis of the entire Cybertronian race? Check. What's next? Cool your jets, Inferno. The idea is not to go looking for trouble, but rather to wait for it to rear its ugly head and then fandango all over its aft. What is that all about? Oh, Blaster. Even Inferno saying, really, Blaster? Couldn't we just light a tiny conflagration under those cons and then stamp it out hard? For someone whose role is a first responder, you're a little on the proactive side, aren't you? Hey, fight fire with fire, Smokescreen. That's my motto. Only it's not. I got saddled with, where there's smoke, there's me. How lame is that? These Earth Wars, well, there's a whole lot of fleshy collateral damage to consider. Calls for cooler heads. What a drag. But hey, with Rodimus Unicronus still on the loose, it's only a matter of time before this world burns. And then I can put it out fast, before anyone gets hurt. I'm starting to wonder if bringing you to Earth was such a good call. I'm sorry, Melody. I will try. But, come on, the flames of battle, the fires of perdition, they call to me. Even friendly fire would do. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm investing in some new heat shielding right now. Smokin'! That's one of the more humorous stories that I've seen come through. Alright, so now that we got through that, I see your stream. Oh, we've got 3 of them there.
The one in the middle is the
Sith,
one I told you about.
Lord. Let's go take a look at that.
Yeah, I think it was Sith Lord.
Sith Lord Kylo. Oh, nice. Boy, Sith Lord Kylo isn't a very nice person. Hope you ran over his base.
What? It's Florida University.
Oh, you're right. Yes. Except they've got the letters backwards. I've seen worse. Oh, you got a 4-star Jazz. I didn't know you got a 4-star Jazz. Very cool. Took me forever to get him.
I think he was my last 4-star crystal. Oh no, he was the one that came right before RC, I think.
Ah. Yeah, I don't know why, man, but I love that orbital strike ability. It's pretty expensive, but man, it's it's devastating.
Yeah, my 2-star has a stronger orbital strike than the 3 or 4-star does right now.
Ah, well then you got to put some work in on them and get them leveled up. But yeah, that definitely happens. You know what's a good combo is Cliff Jumper. If you send out Cliff Jumper's glass gas right before Jazz, you deal like an extra 40% damage. And oh man, if you find that Jazz is like just shy of the damaging a lot of the bases that you are attacking, sending Cliff Jumper and send his attack, and then immediately right after that get Jazz, and oh yeah, that'll definitely get it. I said, oh, somebody wanted to go check out Gnaw. I'm sorry, I forgot who you were, but at least I remembered to go check out Gnaw. You were asking what his transformation because you didn't see his weapon. Yeah, so there's Gnaw, and let's transform him. Oh, yeah, it looked like he popped out his weapon there. I didn't see it. Right now, when he's just got his fists up, doesn't hold the weapon. But usually he does that little animation where he'll pop it out and then do like a James Bond pose or something. Anytime you're ready, Gnaw. Oh yeah, no, it's totally not there. He's swinging around like it's a sword. It's an invisible sword. That's what it is. It's not missing. It's just invisible. So yeah, no, it's totally missing, dude. I'm sure they've got about 1 million support tickets about that. So. Let's see. So you want to go take a look at a couple of new bots that we got in a package a couple days ago? I take that as a yes. All right, let's head over to the review stage, I guess. By the way, if you notice the background, that also came in that box the other day. I got a couple of those backgrounds. That was pretty crazy because each of these little square pieces, these are all like little square pieces, and you just got to snap them all together, and you can kind of do them in different configurations. But yeah, it takes a little while to put together, and it's interesting. These little boxes, they do a little stability, but for some reason they have like little doors that you can open up and put, I don't know, a piece of gum or something in there. But alright, so yeah, so we've got a couple of new bots for anybody who doesn't know, and Red Alert is on here because I happened to pick these guys up for him. We did a little swap, and we got these. First one is this guy right here. This is Bad Cube Security Director Recon, which is a third-party masterpiece Red Alert, and he is pretty good looking. I gotta tell you, I'm impressed. I was not at all looking for that figure because I was pretty happy with the official masterpiece, and I know you've got one too, Red Alert. And so here they are side by side. And you can see he's actually, Recon is actually a little bit taller. Yeah, I have seen that one. Yeah, Recon is actually a little bit taller. Let's see if we can get in a little bit closer. And they did do a little bit more of the cartoon accurate because I'm sure it's been pointed out before, the chest is a little bit narrower on the official, and it's the same way for both of these guys with the side swipe too. On the official one, they left the front of the car the full width of the car, but on these guys they actually kind of narrowed it a little bit through some trickery and some faux bits or whatever. Plus also they went with the doors. Oops, got the one taking out the other. They went with the doors on the arms, which is also true to the cartoon. I will tell you, the feet are not the best on this guy. They are a little small, so he does have a little trouble standing if you're not real careful. But so you can kind of see the two of these guys sideways, and so the official one doesn't have the doors on the arms. They're just kind of tucked back up underneath the back. And then on the back also, I believe this is more accurate to the cartoon as well, having like the spoiler up on the back as opposed to down by the feet like on the official. Does that sound right?
Yeah, the spoiler is up towards the top or middle of his back.
Yeah, so they definitely got that. And I also liked how they did the his little shoulder-mounted weapon. Oh, jeez. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of like on a little hinge here, a little arm, and it's actually integrated into the vehicle. And you can choose to put it on either side. I've got it here on the right-hand side because I'm pretty sure that's the side that it's traditionally on.
Yeah.
Whereas opposed to the official masterpiece, it's actually a separate weapon. It just kind of plugs into his shoulder. So, and he does have the gun, and the gun actually does store in the vehicle mode. It's kind of plugs into an unfortunate location. It does come with a couple of alternate faces. I'm not going to take these out unless you want to see them. I think it requires a screw to actually swap out the faces.
Yeah, no, don't worry about that.
But they also, just like the official one, came with these the little sparky things, because that's from that same one episode where Inferno was carrying him out, Auto Berserk. He had the little sparks because he was malfunctioning. The Bad Cube version also came with a similar set that will actually pop on his head, so you can have that same look. So it's all in all, it's actually really, really cool, and the vehicle mode is very sweet, very sweet. Yeah, I know I sent you a picture, I think, and I don't know if we really have time to do the whole transformation on the video here, but
yeah, no worries.
It does look actually really nice. So we'll set him off to the side over here. We'll bring him over, and then the other guy. You can tell what kind of car is the favorite of our friend G1 Red Alert. Big Prawns Room. I'm looking at the chat here. Is a butt gun. So yeah, apparently he saw where the Recon stores his gun. So yeah, so here we go, and you know, I'm probably gonna pick one of these guys up. This guy is really, 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 really good. This is the X-Transbots Crack Up, aka Breakdown from the Stunticons, and he also is a Lamborghini and cleans up really well. He's got the wheels on the shoulder. Oh yeah, rubber tires on both of these guys, by the way. And
sweet.
And this guy is way heftier. He's got diecast in him. I don't think the Recon has any diecast, but these feet have some diecast. The chest has some diecast. It's nicely painted. The face looks great. Let's see if we can get him a little closer. I don't know if the camera here really zooms very well, but let's zoom in. Not on the chest, on the noggin. Yeah, so all the MGO fans in there know what I'm talking about. But yeah, he cleans up real nice. I mean, even the backpack's not that bad. And if I recall, this is I think I got this right. I did this real quick using MGO's instructions. In fact, it didn't. It kind of came pegged a little bit, but if I recall, he did have his spoiler on the back there a little bit. Probably sticks out a little bit too far. I'm not entirely sure if I did something wrong or if that's just how it is. But yeah, it's really, really cool, and it's actually a pretty good deal for a masterpiece scale transformer. So if you're looking for one of these guys, I think he's what was he, like $40? Normally these guys go for about 60 or more, but this guy is actually a really good deal for a masterpiece scale third party transformer, or just masterpiece scale transformer in general. So I highly recommend both of these guys. I am a big fan of Bad Cube, and if I didn't already have that red alert, I definitely would have got one of him. I may still get one, not sure. But I definitely have a lot of Bad Cube. I've got Bad Cube version of Hoist, Trailbreaker, Warpath.
Oh, you did get the Warpath.
Oh yeah, Gundog. Oh, he's great. He's great. I've got both Huffers actually. I got him when he was Cubex, and I got the newer one. Yeah, I got Pipes, Gears, and Swerve. Got both of those guys. So yeah, I've got most of the Bad Cube stuff. Brawn and Outback. I missed out on the first release. Fortunately, they re-released those guys, and Brawn is excellent. Outback, his chest doesn't stay together as nice as I'd like, but yeah. Bad Cube, they are tricky transformations. Even Recon, even Red Alert over here, the chest. You'll see what I mean when you do it, and if you haven't already seen the reviews, getting this chest around, put together is kind of tricky.
Yeah, I watched Skullface's review of Recon, and
oh, swear.
Oh.
I was cracking up during that. I'd rather bang my head against bang, bang, bang. Oh, yes. But I know what he's talking about. Oh, goodness gracious. Hey, cut to the head banging on the... oh, man. But, but I know what he's talking about. You know, it occurred to me in that video... I don't know if you read any of the TF Source blogs that Maz writes. Because if you see the Source blog, it's the author is Maz. He's on Twitter and stuff like that. I think it's Transformers Square One or something like that. Excellent writer, really good thoughts on what he does. But what he talks about, especially for Masterpiece, he talks about a masterpiece moment. Like when he talks about like the Masterpiece figures, there's like one bit of transformation in a figure that's just perfect. Like for example, on Inferno, the way that the ladder collapses up into the chest, that's a masterpiece moment. It's just that wow factor. Even on Bumblebee, where the one part of the hood kind of slides up into the side, and that's just like the wow, that's awesome. How they do that is just fantastic. It occurred to me during Skullface's video is you have a similar thing, but kind of on the opposite. Bad Cube, you have a Bad Cube moment. There's almost in almost every single one of their figures. So don't get me wrong, like I said, I've got a lot of their figures and I like their figures, but every single one of them in the transformation, there's just that one part that's just like so difficult that you've got your thing, and there's got to be some easier way to do it. But I mean, who am I to judge? I don't design toys, but it occurred to me that they have Bad Cube moments, which is like the opposite of Masterpiece moment. So I think that's pretty funny, pretty interesting, at least in my mind. But yeah, definitely the chest is the Bad Cube moment on this guy. But otherwise, I really enjoyed both of them, and I appreciate you giving me a chance to mess with them a little bit before I have to say goodbye. So, and it's funny because I don't know if you noticed, I had Inferno. He's kind of in a squat because Red Alert, holding Red Alert was a little too heavy for him to be standing up straight, so I had to kind of have him in a squat. So, but it worked out all right. So, all right. So, sorry we haven't totally been kind of missing out on a lot of the chat going in there. I'm definitely going to have to watch this one back to see you guys going through, seeing what you're chatting. Big Bronze Rim says he's got the Bad Cube, Trailbreaker, and Hoist. Yeah. Obviously, being my channel being Hoist, if you saw like what was it, my 2017 video, I got all three of the Masterpiece Hoists because I had to. And they all looked good, honestly. I'm sad to say, but the Bad Cube one is my least favorite It just the way that the Trailbreaker is good because it actually cleans up well in vehicle mode, but the Hoist just doesn't because it had to transform differently, and the knees are just terrible. The knees are just terrible. But the MMC and the X-Transbot Hoists are both very good. You know, I had said that I like the MMC one the best, but I don't know. This X-Transbot Hoist is actually growing on me. I know Red Alert didn't really care for that X-Transbot Hoist.
Yeah, the shoulder. I thought that one was going to be the best, and the shoulders just really had me concerned.
Yeah, the shoulders are not the greatest, but from the looks of it, we'll go ahead and bring him in to share the spotlight. The shoulders definitely have some clearance issues, but overall, I think it is a pretty good figure.
Bradley, yes and no.
Let's see.
There was a Red Alert character in Armada, or was there?
I don't know. I'm not familiar. That era of Transformers is really a blind spot for me. I really don't know. I really don't know much about them. I know there was a Red Alert from that era. I'm not sure if it was Armada or was it Energon or Cybertron.
Yes, there was. There was an Armada. It was a SUV who was a medic.
Ah.
That is the one I was thinking about too.
Actually, Thew he's got a new channel. I don't know if anybody knew. You know, from Thew's Awesome Transformers Reviews. Fantastic Transformer reviewer. If you haven't watched him, go watch him. He's excellent. But he started a second channel called Playgrind, and right now he's been playing through that old Transformers Armada PlayStation 2 game from a while back, and one of the characters you can play apparently is Red Alert, actually. So yeah, I should have known that.
Yeah, actually, I have that game sitting behind me. I had picked up a $5 bag of miscellaneous toys from this lady on Facebook, and she's like, "Oh, you like Transformers? Here, take this."
Yeah, thank you.
It's like, fine.
Oh, hey, we've got an interesting question here. We'll get Hoist out of the way. Put Hog in the spotlight there, please. Oh man, I need to find some place to put all these figures. Alexander Rose is asking, does the Bad Cube Red Alert work with Inferno? You mean like holding him? Let's find out. Oh, it looks like he slid up a little bit. You kind of got to get him set. Maybe if I put the arm up like he's
Dragnet 55R in the game has a replay he wants you to show.
Okay. So the answer, Razorquake, is yes. The Bad Cube Red Alert can be held by Inferno. So you just fortunately he does have his arm where you can actually get it up to where he's kind of got his arm around also, and you get it totally works, dude. Good call. All right, so we got some replays. Let's go back.
Optimus Megatron. That was the Bad Cube Hoist.
No, that was actually the X-Transbots one that I had up there.
Oh, you said you were going to pull it up, and I was looking something else up. Okay.
Yeah, I had that was the X-Transbots one out there. Let's see. Okay, live action RC for the stream. Wreckers included. Alright, so we got RC and Cup. And oh, look at that, a 5-star Springer. Look at you with the 5-star Springer. Wow. And a 4-star Ultra Magnus. Jeez. With those kind of bots that you got on there, RC is practically eye candy. But yeah. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got the ability out there, and oh, the holograms kind of went down. And I totally did not even see. Oh, he bounced Cup over there. We were focused on everybody else, and meanwhile, he bounced Cup off to the headquarters and destroyed it. You know, if you're gonna do that, you can just drop Cup, and he'll get all the XP. Or if you're trying to level RC, just drop him and RC. That'd be a much better way of leveling your bots. But if you're showing off for the stream, cool, very, very cool. Let's see, Laser Optimus is power leveling in Zone 7. Let's go check this out. I don't think I even did any battles today, did I?
Yeah, Jeremy, I'm not sure if I can convince him to do that, since Con Bundle would not really work out that well unless he was on his other account.
Well, Con Bundle on this account, I mean, I think I did get 1 or 2 when it first started. But, I'm not so sure if I want to go. I haven't got any Decepticon bundles in a very long time on this account. Or on any account. Oh, look at Alita 1 doing the moonwalk. Oh, that was hilarious. Oh my goodness.
Okay, the video just cut off.
Yeah, yeah, I know how it is because you're watching the video on delay. So, oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Oh my, too bad she died. But yeah, so it was, oh yeah, the Inferno in there with Alita and a couple of Optimi. Optimus is probably correct.
Optimal Optimi.
Oh, goodness gracious. Well, let's see. Alexander Rose is asking, what is the favorite MP toy? Favorite masterpiece toy? I don't know. You wanna answer that, and then I'll answer.
I don't really have a favorite yet. I like all the ones I have just about equally.
Yeah. I kind of gotta agree with you. I'm looking up on my masterpiece shelf right now, and man, there's a lot. There's a lot of good up there. Let's see, the masterpiece, the MMC Ocular Max Mirage. He's Sphinx is standing out. He's very good. Already mentioned Bad Cube War Dog is really good. Oh, Make Toys Gun Dog, a Hound, fantastic. Make Toys Downbeat Jazz, fantastic. Yeah,
hey Jeremy, as soon as I get my first 3-star Optimus Prime, you can have a 4-star. That way I can finally get my Optimus Maximal, whatever it is.
Let's see. There is no Masterpiece Alita 1. Let's see. I did just get this guy a little while ago. I think I found him on sale or something, or oh no, I know what it was. I was a little shy of free shipping, so I looked for a relatively inexpensive bot. So I went for the G2 Bumblebee, kind of gold bug, as the toy face.
Oh, that is sweet.
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of why I got that. Plus, and he's got his little jetpack too. That's pretty neat too. And he doesn't have a I think you got to transform him to flip that around. But he doesn't have a symbol molded like the original Masterpiece Bumblebee. You have a choice of stickers. You can put the original G1 sticker, or you can put a G2 sticker. Because this is marketed as a G2 Bumblebee. But it would work just as well as a gold bug, I think. Because it is kind of golden colored. I don't think it really comes across well on this video. But it's nice, nice and sparkly. But I was like, I really like this figure because, you know, this Masterpiece Bumblebee is really very, so for such a tiny figure, it really is, you know, very good as well.
That's like the one I would get because I actually do have a still original G2 Bumblebee sitting on my shelf.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and they put out a red one too, and they really missed an opportunity to just kind of I don't know, maybe they couldn't remold it as quickly. They basically just did a red Bumblebee instead of a cliff jumper. And the two third-party cliff jumpers they've got out, I'm not a big fan of either one of them.
Yeah, the feet seem a little over big.
Yeah. On the one of them, the feet looked way too big, and then the other one. I was watching Skullface review, and the torso is just even before he said it, I had seen pictures of it, and I was like, oh, there's just there's too much. It's like too long. Yeah. A stream buddy? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what a stream buddy is, Jeremy. Let's see. All right. Oh my goodness, we've been at it for an hour and 15 minutes. I think it's time to be wrapping up. So, got any final thoughts there, Red Alert? I do want to say thank you for joining.
No, I appreciate being on, being heard.
Yeah. Well, thanks. We'll have to try to plan this out a little bit more. And thought this was a good. Doesn't even have to be about the game. Maybe we can figure something out. And so with that, I do want to say thank you to everybody in the chat, especially those of you who have actually made it this far. I see a lot of people have dropped off by now. But yeah, definitely thank you to everybody who's been sticking around and supporting the stream and hanging out with us and chatting like crazy and being stream buddies and and everything. And with that, it's time to sign off. I'm Engineer Hoist. Keep rolling, my friends. Thanks for watching.